Hello Gemini, it's Joe, and I just did your June 2020 love, romance, and relationship reading. And some of you have been going around and around about how to handle a breakup, it looks like. And you have a decision to make. So if that's you, stick around. I already recorded it, just finished it. So we're going to let it roll. And if it makes sense to you, if it resonates, leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment, let me know, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see some more down the road from me. So let's have a look at it. Hello Gemini, this is Joe, and I'm going to do a June 2020 reading about your love relationship. You could be married, you could be single, and dating. You could be in a committed relationship. It really doesn't matter what your status necessarily is, but we're going to do a little peek into your love relationship and see what's going on in June. So Gemini, I'm going to pull 5 cards, and then if we need to, we'll clarify those cards with another deck. And this won't be for everybody. This won't resonate with everybody, but that's okay. Take what does with you, and we'll see where this goes. So Gemini, what's going on here? So we have what you are thinking, strength. All right, I like that. What you are feeling, what's at the heart, judgment. Ooh, have a tough decision to make, possibly, Gemini. What is it you need to know? Whoop, it's too many. What is it that Gemini needs to know? June 2020 for their love relationship. Oh, 7 of Wands. Okay. What do you need to know? We want a recent past, and we want a near future card here, and we'll dig into it. 4 of Wands. Okay. I get, first thing I think is there's some kind of whirlwind romance that maybe it isn't just working for you. I don't know. Let's see what you got. Oh, yep, it's not working for you. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. Ooh, Gemini, do tell. This sounds a little wow. Oh, and we have the King of Wands here, and I was going to use the King of Wands to clarify the 3 of Swords, because that's what I really wanted to know here when that came out. So we are going to talk about, though, first the 7 of Wands. I think that's, to me, the most important card here, and I think it really talks about maybe you're just not clicking with this person on a level that is intellectually all there. Like maybe they are not as, what's the word for it? They might not be as interesting of a person for you. And I feel like this isn't like a long-term relationship. This is something that the 4 of Wands, it kind of, to me, is like it was something that came in and it was fun, but you're not clicking with this person, and you're just not feeling it. And I feel like the 7 of Wands here is kind of telling me that you're just not clicking with them on that intellectual level and maybe an emotional level, that to them, to you, they might just seem kind of superficial. I don't know. And I have a feeling that maybe you don't trust them. You think that might be a little shady, or they're hiding something from their past. But we're going to dig into this a little bit. 5 of Swords. So, well, what can we say about the 5 of Swords? So I read cards intuitively, and I say what comes to my mind first, what I see in my mind's eye. And I feel like I said, that maybe they were hiding something from you. They weren't all that they maybe revealed to you about themselves. And I think this kind of came in, this dating or this relationship, whatever it was to you, kind of came in, and it felt good and it was fun because this person was charming. But I think you might have found some things out about this person that really turn you off. And we're going to pull one more for this. And we're going to keep digging into this and see what we can get. Queen of Wands. All right, so Queen of Wands. And I think, to me, this this Queen of Wands and Five of Swords represents, to me, your person. That's how I feel about that. And I think your person probably, like I said, portrayed themselves as somebody that they weren't. And you have, after spending some time to get to know this person, that you really actually started to like, but just something really fell off. And in comes that Five of Swords. So I feel like you feel a little bit conflicted. But maybe possibly they just have an arrogance or an ego, the kind of person that maybe you've seen them do some things where they won't hesitate just to step over somebody. Maybe they don't treat people very nicely, and maybe you've experienced a little bit of that with their demeanor toward you now that you've gotten to know this person. And so this Four of Wands here was probably a short-lived kind of experience with this person, and I feel like it just started to blow over real quick once you saw who they really were. They weren't this Queen of Wands type character, and it doesn't matter if they're male or female, masculine, more feminine, but they portrayed themselves as being something that they're not. And really what ends up happening is you can't hide that forever. And so you have a decision to make, and that's very much on your heart, is having to make a decision of how to, I think really it comes down to how to end this relationship. But nonetheless, it doesn't make it easy, because you do have some feelings for this person. And I don't feel like this Three of Swords is like this terrible, horrible heartbreak, but it's a pretty big letdown to feel like that you put all this time and effort to get to know somebody, and they just turned out to be somebody they weren't. And I'm sorry the cards weren't all in there. I wasn't paying attention. So anyway, they just were not all that they said they were. And I think that came through, and you've seen that, and now you have a decision to make whether... I think really your decision, your mind is made up probably, but you don't really know how you want to break it to them. I don't think that your person will take this very well, and it is what it is. But the Knight of Wands, okay, so I think you're going to just get it over with. You're going to just finally get the courage, the gumption, just to say to this person, hey, you know what, this isn't working. And I think you're going to leave out the details, and if they're kind of an egomaniac, they might push you over and over again to give them a reason. And I think that you don't want to go down that road with this person. So I think very much, Gemini, you're going to quickly, once you kind of get to that point, you're going to make a decision in June. It's coming quick. I think this has been something that's been going on for a while, and I think you kind of want out of it. You've probably been thinking about this for a while, how this person pairs up with you, and what you really do and don't like about this person. And there are some things you really do very much like about this person, but there's just some things that I think that you can't live with in this relationship. And so I think you're going to move on. Anyway, with that said, some of you... some of you might be dealing with somebody, though, that has, hurt you in a way that was not with cheating or having any kind of affair, but you might have had somebody that hurt you. You might have seen them carrying on with some people on social media. It could have been anything like Facebook or whatever, Twitter, who knows. But this person, for some of you, this is more about somebody that's kind of having an emotional attachment to somebody else other than you, and that's turned you off, and you've had to just really make a decision about how to handle it. So that's kind of what I get from this. This is a pretty easy read. And again, this isn't going to be for everybody. This is going to be for those of you who this fits with, and you'll know it. You'll know if this is you, because you're already kind of in May, the end of May, you're kind of already in this energy, and going into June, you're going to set yourself free. So let's see about the Three of Swords and the Knight of Wands, because this says you're going to do this, and you're going to do it quickly, and it's going to be done and over with. And they might have a hard time accepting that, because they're probably the type of person that isn't used to, we're going to take those, type of person who isn't going to, you got the Hermit twice, by the way. You've really been thinking about this, and this person isn't the type of person that can handle rejection well. So, but you're moving out of this. You have options, and some of you might have, if this is just a casual dating relationship, some of you might be thinking about somebody else, or some of you might be thinking about focusing more on other things other than just relationships right now. But you very much do want that relationship that brings fulfillment. You have the Empress, and this is about motherhood and mothering, fertility and birth and children, is what I'm really feeling from this. And that's why this is such a disappointment, because their true colors probably came out fairly quickly, but that's a good thing. So Gemini, this is kind of what I see for many of you in the month of June, is just, some relationships are ending, and, but that's a good thing, because there's nothing worse than sticking around in something that ultimately is just going to end in failure. So I'm going to pull a couple of these and see what we can get for you, Gemini. And then after this, I have to do Gemini singles. So let's get some messages here for Gemini, those in a relationship. Okay, here we go. Round and round. So this has been on your mind, and you've been thinking about it quite a bit, and it's time to make a decision. Judgment is here. This is a call to action. Make up your mind what you're going to do, how you're going to handle it. And we're going to pull one more, and we're going to end with that. The Fates. So you have something better coming in, and this is definitely how I felt when I saw this Two of Pentacles. I did say that I thought you might be focusing on other things other than relationships, and that's what this Two of Pentacles means. But you did have the Empress here, and I think that this is going to eventually, probably in the short term, lead you to a better place and a better time to find the person that's better suited for you. And you're really looking for that soulmate connection. So I think that, Gemini, you're going to make that decision in June, that you're going to stop going around in your head about this and just finally just be done with it, and you're going to move on to better things. The Hermit is here twice, so you're really focusing inward on what you want in life with somebody, and I think and you're having a hard time just trusting your intuition on this, because it is a hard thing to do. Breakups aren't easy. So Gemini, if this resonated with you, this made sense, do me a solid and leave me a thumbs up. Let me know, leave me a comment if this is somewhat your situation. I would love to hear your feedback. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to hear more from me down the road. Got readings coming out virtually every day, every other day. So with that, I'm going to say stay safe, stay healthy, and I will talk to you again very soon. Thank you.